So hello, welcome to Crisis in the Kremlin, the Cold War, which is a game that came out yesterday. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that, you know, it was on like the top of my Steam recommended, like, hey, this game just came out, maybe you'd be interested. And you know what? I was a little interested. I did see this developer made a game a few years ago called like Mao's Journey or something about like that. I think that's about probably the Long March, which I have seen before, but I never actually played. I'm already getting like recommended to me many years ago. So we'll see. I've not played it like whatsoever. I don't really know anything about it. We're just going to jump straight in and we'll see whether or not it's good or not. So, game parameters, country selection. We only have one choice. Fantastic. Maybe it'll be late DLC that'll add more choices. I mean, that makes sense. But we have a couple of rulers here. And also we can make our own general secretary, which we're not going to do right now. And I literally just cleaned my glasses. I don't know why there's already a streak on them. Very cool. And I don't have like a tissue or something near me to fix that. The color options here, we have Chernenko, we have Romanov, we have classic Gorbachev. Gromyoko, Cherivsky, and Grishnin. 1.00 is released. I mean, it says it came out yesterday. That's what I saw on the Steam page when it got recommended to me by the Steam algorithm. So who are we going to play as? I think we're just going to go with classic Gorby, man. We're going to play as classic little Gorbachev here. So, in agreement with the moderates and reformers, and relying on Andropov's cadres in the Politburo and the KGB, the youngest member of the party leadership, Mikhail Gorbachev, convened on the Central Committee plenum with phenomenal speed. His rivals had no time to react. Romanov was on vacation in Plagna and isolated from information from Moscow. And Cheribsky, who was in New York, could not return in time because his plane had deliberately been delayed. In the absence of his opponents, Gorbachev successfully carried out a legal coup. I'm assuming this is what actually happened. Again, I don't know too much about any of these other people. Like, I've heard of Chernenko. And I believe I've heard of, like, Gromkyo, but I don't know anyone else other than that. I don't know if these have, like, different, like, difficulties or whatnot. But we do see they have some modifiers here. Gorbachev, for example, young reformer. Andropov's nominee, and we are a skilled intriguer. Moscow's chief. Mr. No, party veteran, unquestioned authority. Experienced. I think we'll go with Gorbachev. I think that seems fine. So we're gonna get started right away. Okay, enable tutorial. Yes, because I have no idea what's happening. Crisis in the Kremlin, Cold War is a real-time political strategy game. In the game, you'll take control of the role of the head of state and save the USSR from collapse. To achieve this, various tools for managing a country are at your disposal. Conducting foreign and domestic policy, controlling the economy and the budget, and interacting with ministers and other politicians. Oh, was I supposed to... Oh, I think I've... Oh, no, I think we're fine. The user interface of all sections consists of several parts. At the top of the screen, you'll find the main foreign and domestic political indicators of the country, warning and in-game timer control panels in the bottom right corner, or buttons to navigate these other sections. The current game date is displayed at the top of the screen. It's currently November 3rd of 1985. Game time can be activated with positions 1, 2, and 3, which control the speed. You can change the game time using the buttons. We can also use space to pause. Okay, so if you press 1, it goes by 1 day. Fantastic. Okay. An event has appeared. When an event occurs, game time automatically pauses. You can open the event only when the government is fully staffed. You can click on the button or press E. I'm actually going to like lower my arm a little bit here. That's actually too low. I need you to be a little higher, I think. There we go. Okay. The event window's opened. There are 3 types of events in the game. Newspaper events. There are no response options. A standard event with multiple response options. And a dialogue event, where one of the politicians addresses you with response options. This event is a newspaper event. There are no response options, but it can affect game parameters. You can scroll through the event using a scroll bar. Okay. Fantastic. I actually need to clean these glasses. There's you can't see it. There's like a big streak right in the middle. Is annoying. Luckily, I have like a t-shirt just like lying around here. Which is like hit or miss whether or not that actually like fixes your problem. I mean, it's kind of working. Kind of working a little bit. I guess it depends how clean your t-shirt. So, an appeal to the Soviet people. Dear comrades, The Communist Party, the Soviet Union, the Soviet state, the entirety of Soviet people have suffered a heavy loss. Konstantin Chernenko, an outstanding party member and statesman, patriot internationalist, a brave fighter for the triumph of the ideals of communism and peace on earth, has passed away. This may end up being another game where there is just mostly reading. I don't know yet. Today, an emergent plenum of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union took place. The plenum considered the issue of electing a general secretary of the Central Committee of the CPSU. On behalf of the Politburo, Andrei Gromyko made a speech on the issue, and he made a proposal to elect Mikhail Gorbachev as the general secretary of the Central Committee of the CPSU. The plenum unanimously elected Gorbachev as general secretary of the Central Committee. He has assured the Central Committee that he would make every effort to faithfully serve our party, our people, the great Leninist cause, so that the program's guidelines of the CPSU are steadily implemented. Continuity is ensured in solving the problems to further strengthening the economic and defense power of the USSR, increasing the well-being of the Soviet people, strengthening peace, so that the Leninist domestic and foreign policy of the Communist Party and the Soviet state is persistently implemented. Vasily Kuznetsov has been appointed as acting chairman of the Presidium of the Supreme Council. We can kind of look at all these people. So we are currently at 54, a young, spry member of the Communist Party. We have 85 power, rank of politician, we're number 1. We have 3 diplomacy, 4 intrigue, a single thrift. We're sympathetic to reformers, we're compromising, we are openness, an openness activist, and we are an intriguer. And we've just put you in charge. Who is 80... We put an 84-year-old man in charge of the, 37 out of 100. He doesn't actually even like me that much. 45 power. He's a Presidium chairman of the Supreme Soviet. 113, sympathetic conservatives. Unambitious. That's all we need. We just need someone who will shut up and do their job. Very happy to see it. Activate the game time by pressing 1, 2, or 3 to open the event. Okay, looks good. So let's see if we can kind of figure out what the hell is actually happening here. I know we are still in the tutorial, but I kind of want to, poke around at least a little bit. So, DEF CON. United States is currently on DEF CON 4. Relationship with the USA is currently at 30. I'm assuming this is out of 100. Relationship with China is currently at 35. And relationship with France is at 40. I don't know why France is one of the big 3. Why would France be like... I guess they're kind of like the leader of the EU? The European Economic Community or whatever it was called in the 80s. So maybe that's why. Combat readiness of the army is currently at 60. Strength of the special services is currently at 75. We have unfinished research projects. During the Cold War, a technological race for dominance in space, armaments, and computers unfolded. Some U.S. technologies duplicate the player country's technologies so that the country can implement them first, will gain significant technological advantage and admiration from the global community. In addition to fundamental technological research, the United States also conducts humanitarian research, which can influence the policies of other countries, especially the players. Okay, intel, so we have no idea what the Americans are currently up to. Non-governmental social ratings, mass introduction of GMOs. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. The second wave of unscientific philosophy. Fantastic. So, this is the research section. All research for the player country is divided into several categories. Space, cybernetics, agro-technologies, military, and nuclear research. Each category contains 2 branches with different technologies. Some of them can be researched substantially, while others are mutually exclusive. Select any of the technologies. Okay. So we have modern computer architecture. -5. Our political credibility that we pay for important action. We currently have 50. We don't gain any. We have 42 research points. We have 275 million people. Strength of radical opposition is currently at 15. We currently have a surplus, it looks like. I mean, it's 4 plus 14. But these all say +0. I'm not too sure. But can I click on you? Maybe it's one of these other options. And we have $600 in the bank. 600 rubles. So, we can pay 5 points for you. We have no points in any of this. This will be a decision available. Adopt a unified computer architecture. There will be a decision available. Are you both the same? Each technology requires a certain amount of science points. There are 4 types of points in total. Military, physics, cybernetics, and civil. Okay. However, it's not enough to research certain technologies. They also need to be implemented. Most technologies unlock access to decisions. In addition to the player's country, other superpower, the United States, is also conducting research. Fair. So mass implementation of computing centers. I have no idea, genuinely have no idea which of these would be better for us. But I feel like modern computers sound good. Modern computer architecture of the USSR often advanced solutions in computer technology aimed at increasing performance and efficiency in data processing. Mass implementation of IVCs, WCCUs, and ASPRs will be a key stage in technological modernization of the USSR. These centers combine powerful computing resources with advanced data, enabling efficient economic management. I genuinely don't know what the difference is. So, you know what? We'll go with mass implementation of computing centers. Seems fine to me. We have no points for you right now. Make Soviet Game Boys. That's a good... I mean, 85 is after Tetris, right? So, we could probably get a dedicated Tetris machine in the global market. If we can get that going, I feel like we'd be pretty happy. So we can go for military satellites, or I'm guessing this is more like a civilian model. I mean, I feel like a civilian would be okay. I mean, it does cost 5 points, so we don't want to be spending all of them immediately. Integrated food supply, intensive development of agriculture, high yield varieties, adopting a new food program. Military technologies. You know what? Let's at least get food. Intense or integrated. These kind of lead to, looks like, the different paths. Genetics, dual purpose crop breeding. The left side gives people PCs and the internet. Right side is industry automation. Okay. I feel like this is an okay start for us. Approach includes industrial modern agronomic technologies, improving of infrastructure and use of advanced scientific advancements to maximize production. Whereas you, who ensuring stable and efficient production. Okay, so you're more of like a stable supply, whereas you're trying to intensely change things quickly. You know what? Let's just go like a little stable. I think for right now should be okay. We got 3 technologies on the go. I feel like that's an okay place for us to start. I don't know how to get off of this screen. Oh, go. Look how many modifiers we have. We have alcoholism, we have peaceful space program, Cold War, hegemon, NATO technological embargo, we're an oil exporter, we got livestock shortage, sexual freedoms, colonization of the moon, labor shortage, state symbols. Okay, so I don't know what all these do. Elections are going to be held in Norway. Conservatives are currently leading in Norway. I don't know if we care about that too much. Okay, so A goes back to this screen. Norway. The country window is divided into 2 parts, upper and lower. The upper part displays information about the country, name, alliance membership, and various indicators. Lower part contains interactions with various country. To the left arrow is the name of the country, Norway. The name of the player's country depends on the type of government. The names of other countries depend on their type of government. You know what? We'll close this for now. Get me out of here. We can look at this at our own time, okay? We'll find out. So they have an American military base. They're a member of NATO. They have the influence of the USA. Reasonable. This is us, of course. And we can actually look at the smaller member states here as well. Very cool. We have nuclear weapons, leadership, loyalty. We are subject to the USSR. Sweden is an officially neutral nation, but they don't like us that much. But they're more neutral. They're social democratic. Invite to Warsaw Pact. And they're more neutral. Finland, social democrat. They're under the influence of the USSR. They are officially neutral. We have close trade. They like us, plus 75. They lean more towards us, but I'm assuming that's because we have a border. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. We have Yugoslavia, reformist socialist. They like us well enough. Austria, also, you know, they're mostly okay. Who hates us the most? The UK? UK hates us. And we have absolutely no influence in the United States, which I guess, you know, is reasonable. So I guess this is basically how hostile towards us they are. What about Albania? Albania hates me. Which, I mean, fair. Socialism with national specifics. Ruling party is a party of labor of Albania. This is after Hulk's dead. I don't know who took over after him, though. Economic. Impose sanction. There's so much shit we can look at, man. Okay. This is going to be incredibly in-depth. I can already tell immediately. What about China? They don't like us too much. Upper threshold of relation to the country is at 70 due to the split. But they're kind of about us. Mongolia, they fucking love me, man. They love me. They are a puppet of ours, but, you know, don't worry about that too much. We have, like, Romania. They like us. Factor of liberalization. Okay, so they're actually in a... Okay, so they're actually a, within our sphere, they have a different modifier. So this is how much they want to liberalize. East Germany doesn't want to liberalize at all. Czechoslovakia. Poland is the most liberal. Which, I mean, it's fine for now. We're conservative socialist right now, which I think means that we're more like orthodox. Reformist in Poland. Conservative relationship. Liberal progressivism. Liberal conservatism. Under the influence of the USA. What's going on in the rest of the world? Japan... They are a puppet of the United States. Military base of the United States. They are neutral, but they don't like us too much. What about everybody else? Okay, Vietnam likes us. Why are you red? Oh, it's because you're part of the Warsaw Pact. Ah, okay. And then I think the countries... Yeah, the green countries are the ones that are, like, officially neutral. So what else do we have here? We have economic alliances. What are the economic alliance? Because Vietnam's in our alliance. Oh, ComCon. Okay. So Iraq, Yugoslavia, and North Korea are in ComCon. This is, yeah, the EEC is currently over here because they're like the prototype to the European Union. What about influence? Subject, India's under our influence. You're under the influence of France. I do like how France is just their own, like Britain gets dog shit. Britain does not get to be their own, like, independent faction here. It's France. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. They were the most, I guess, independent NATO member. Yeah, but you're all under the influence of France. We got our own little influence going around here as well. The Philippines, Japan, and West Germany are currently puppets. Apparently, is Romania not our puppet? They're not even under our influence. Romania's just doing their own fucking thing. I mean, they're still part of ComCon. They're still in the Warsaw Pact. But they're just kind of chilling right now. Which we might need to change. We have Laos and Cambodia. He hates me. Can I just invade Romania? That'll be an idea going into the future. Ideology. National characteristics. Socialist reform. I'm already really interested in this game. Just from all of this. Liberal progressivism. Liberal conservatism. Reformist. Market authoritarianism. Right populism. Okay. Left pragmatism. Okay. What else do we have here? And then relationship to the player. 35. I do like how France likes me more than every other major player. 30. 10. Who hates me the most? Chile. Chile and Albania. They're the real haters here. They despise. There's more? Factor of foreign policy. How liberalization. Loyal. They're all pretty low. Poland is getting to 50. Military bases. There's so much shit. There is. Wow. Okay. State of emergency. Nowhere. Military aid. Military engagement available. Send weapons to the opposition. Begin armed shipments of partisans. Trade. We have close trade. They're in. Look, these guys are in ComCon. They're in partnership. Trade agreements available in yellow. We have close trade with people in green. Very, very good. So let's just take a look. Let's just say, who would be? Let's see. let's say Libya. Libya has oil. So if we want to try to arrange a trade agreement, a one-time agreement, they like us, monetary reserve negative 27. What's their chance of saying yes? I mean, because this looks like it's like negative 40 something. Hey! I spent all of my political authority getting a trade agreement with Libya, but that's fine. You know, I'm sure. They have a military base. We already have a military base there, so that seems good for us. Getting close relationship with Libya. Subsidies to nobody right now. Influence. It's heavily favored in favor of the United States right now, for sure. Diplomatic support, loyal party. Military aid. Oh, persistent. Okay. Sanctions on nobody right now. And coup d'etats. 70. Is anybody, like, unstable? Not at the moment. Okay, so let's just go back to military alliances for now. So, okay, so diplomacy, we also have decisions in S. This section displays decisions and modifiers. Decisions are a set of political actions for implementing domestic and foreign policies, including scientific advancements and carrying out reforms. Decisions are divided into 9 categories. Over here, okay. Modifiers are various process, phenomena, decisions, and policies that have a lasting impact on the game's parameters. Go to any section to learn more. Okay, what about economic? Modifiers divided in 3 types. Regular, tiered, and tiered with progress. Hover over a specific icon to see the recurring influence modifier. Ecology. You're draining us points. Hover over a specific icon to may display not only modifier influence, but also display on progress. So it looks like we're getting more forest. The arrow series dried up by 1993. Okay, so like, what can we do about this? Theoretically. We can analyze a problem. Nature transformation plan. Cannot open. A modifier to science. By 1930, the entire flow of the rivers feeding into the Aral Sea, the Amu Dara and the Sir Dara, have been divided for irrigation. But we can't do anything with that quite yet. We need more technology in order to actually do anything with those. Okay. Decisions. But okay, so some of these are already open. Change patent system. Joining international monetary funds. Cannot enable. Cannot open. Cannot open. Cannot accept. We could change the patent system, but I don't think we need to do that quite yet. Political. Renovate the housing stock. Percentage of Khrushchevkas in the housing stock minus 5%. Monetary reserve minus 50. We can activate this, theoretically. Change prevailing sexual morality. Cannot open. Cannot accept. Cannot accept. Okay, so I'm assuming everything that we can do gets thrown to the very top, which, I mean, that's reasonable. Cannot enact any economy. Can't do anything with you. Cannot do anything with you. Change percentage of substitutes in meat products. We've long ceased to live in the conditions of the Leningrad blockade. The quality of life is rising. It's time for the quality of food products to reach a new level. The first step is to change the GHOST standards. You know what? Sure, we'll open this. Why not start this up? A chronic shortage of meat products accompanied all the years of the Soviet system, at times weakening, at times worsening. All attempts to solve the food issue either turned into a failure and grandiose additions, or brought little effect. In the late 1950s, the Soviet government, in an attempt to meet the ever-increasing demand for meat products, decided to change the state standards, the GOSTs. For example, GOST 779 of 1957 allowed the use of blood, jowl, goat meat, boar meat, subproducts, starch, bone meal in general, the various meat waste, into the production of sausages. Over time, these goals have been weakening, and not for the better. Maybe it's time for us to review them again. I mean, what are we at right now? Political point authority is greater than or equal to 150. Well, right now we have 8. The value is not equal to the current one. I have no points to do anything with you right now. So okay, so I guess we'll just leave it as is, because I can't do anything with you quite yet. We are marching towards communism at a breakneck pace, but the cattle just can't keep up with us. So will I be able to look at that again sometime in the future? Okay, I can. Very good. Space, we can't do anything. Computers, we can't do anything with either. Modifiers. Okay, there's just a lot of stuff you can't do right now, which, I mean, is fair. What about the bud? Oh, shit. Oh, my. This whole episode, the whole first episode of the series is just us going to be looking at these menus, man. The whole first part is just figuring out what the hell are we even looking at. The economic management is one of the most important parts of the game. The section presents the main spending articles of the country, which are divided into several categories. We can change the amount of investment by using plus or the minus or plus, or, you know, just dragging it. Here are the current budget, revenues, and expenditures. The budget balance is the difference between income and expenses. Reserve, accumulated money, reserve, export, share of foreign currency we receive in exports. Under a planned economy, you cannot invest more money in import articles than what you would receive in exports. Accumulated inflation, currently at 0%. Okay. Inflation is unlikely. In a planned economy, inflation is unlikely as only excess money supply can cause currency depreciation. Debt to foreign creditors. We owe nothing to anybody. To the United States, France, and the IMF, however, a certain amount of money will be spent on debt each year. And fixed expenses. Monthly mandatory expenses consist of debt repayment and interacting with other countries on the diplomatic map. Okay. I get it. Can I close all this, please? So you have $573. We have 14. Well, it says 4 plus 14. So we are spending 300. Okay, so we're getting plus 4. We're gaining 3733. We're spending 3729. Rubles. Right, rubles. We're exporting 474. Interest per month is 0.9%. But expense cannot be less than -1. France. I mean, these are some great interest rates, man. 0.7%. 300 on you. 890. I mean, again, we basically don't have any money to actually spare right now. We need to make more money. Somehow. Other spending. Light industry. Services sector. Or corruption. For every 10 under 100, then market share taken, corruption, ecology, infrastructure is fucking low, man. Oh, you cost 10. Okay, so it goes to like 10 immediately. Okay, so I can't just add 4 points. And I don't, right, at least right now, I don't want to be spending money if we can avoid it. Statistics. This section presents statistics to all of the country's indicators. Hovering over the country flag will show the current name of the state. Statistics can be sorted according to preference. Okay. Access to education. Very good. Access to luxury. Not great. Army size is pretty good. Civil liberties could be better. Consensus unity is 72. Education's pretty high. Healthcare could be better. Strength of radical opposition is pretty bad. Which, actually, no, it's pretty good because it's low. Accessibility of essential goods is high. Corruption, I would like that to be lower for sure. Self-fulfillment. Combat readiness of the United States is higher than us. Market share taken. We have 20% of the global export market, which, I mean, that sounds pretty good. What is the current, right now, what is the United States export market in total? Or China? Like, what are their numbers? Forgery. Okay, forgery is pretty high. We might need to just fix this a little bit. Here you can see a detailed change parameter over the 6-month or 1-year period. Okay. Is this about money? Share to falsify statistical data. Oh, wait, so these numbers could be lying to me? The higher this number is, the more likely the rest of the numbers are just fucking false. That's crazy to have that in this game. Okay, doctrines. Doctrines reflect the state's policy in a particular area. Click on any presenting doctrines. Diplomatic line. We're currently under the Brezhnev Doctrine. This is a doctrine window. For each doctrine, there's several options to be found in multiple branches. Checkbox indicates the current doctrine. Okay. The conditions for transitioning to select doctrine are listed below. Okay. So if we want to go to a policy of coexistence, then we need at least $250, which we do have. We need political power of more than 250, which we definitely don't have. There's no modifier name period of settling into the job. Okay. There is a lot of stuff that we can look at, man. But I mean, again, we're still early. There's not much we can actually do, which is fine. Compare. Oh, we can even compare them and contrast them. Okay. That's cool. I like how that's in there. You don't need to, like, go back and forth. Media control. Atheism and state authorities. Trade policy is protectionist. Taxation is progressive. Full control over prices. Economic type is planned. We have a 2-year draft. Deeply echeloned operation and tactics of operational maneuver groups. I have no idea what the hell that even means. We have economic rights for the state union. We have a 40-hour work week. Is this just saying we have 2 houses? What is this song? I don't know if any of these songs are copyrighted, which would be very funny. Separation of powers. We are not the head of parliament. The prime minister is without power. We have federal agreements. An unalterable election. Central body. And we are a one-party republic. So what else is there? The Helmets Authority. Elitization of the party. Sovereign democracy. We are Western democracy. A factional one-party democracy. Soviet democracy. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting things that we can end up doing at some point. By the way, we're only like halfway through this. Oh, no, we were looking at science. Okay. Politics. Interaction with politicians is available in the game, which is one of the core mechanics. The number of politicians in the pool are always limited. Over time, politicians will lose influence or die, and new ones will replace them. Politicians representing national republics leave the pool as their republic separates from the player's country. These politicians have a card that contains basic information about them. All politicians have 4 traits, one of which is a trait belonging to a faction or party. Depending on the position held and the characteristics of each politician, each trait provides various effects to the country's parameters. Okay. Each politician has 3 characteristics. You already kind of saw that. The color of the top bar indicates the color of which faction they belong to. Death will eventually catch up to all politicians. Excellent. Next up, additionally, bar indicates rank of the politician in the hierarchy. This section indicates the politician's relationship with the player. Click on the politician's card. Okay. When clicking on the politician's card, the relationship with other politicians towards this politician are shown. To view the relationship with the player again, click the card again. Okay. You can also sort politicians by various filters, loyalty, characteristics, position, health, and others. Click the appoint to button. And then we can appoint them to various positions. Okay. More info. There's additional information about the politician. Their strength, current, and desired position. Additionally, tools for interfacing with the politicians are located here. Politicians can be supported or impressed, and conspiracies can be woven against them. There's a whole conspiracy window. This window contains a complete list of conspiracies. Some politicians make weak conspiracies against the player. Other politicians demand repression or removal from positions. In certain cases, a group of politicians may demand changes to doctrines. Particularly dissatisfied politicians may even organize a coup against the player. If you start surveillance upon a politician, you can find out which conspiracies he is a member of and force the politician to lead the conspiracy. Okay, that's like very CK2. And we can close you. Okay. So who do we have? We have Gorbachev, Gromyenko, Ligochov, Romanov. We got Ryzkov, Yakovlev, Grishnin, Sherbitsky, and Tiknikov. Oh wait, no, this is the fucking long list. Okay. Okay. So Ryzkov loves us. Of course he does. We've seen him multiple times throughout our lives. You hate him. Okay, so what are the colors? Because yeah, so this is actually, they're gone by rank. We're number 1, of course. Sympathetic to reformers. You're sympathetic to the moderates. What is this? Anti-Atlantist. Sympathetic to conservatives. Okay, so green is reformers. Pink is the moderates. And purple are the conservatives. And then you are the neo-Stalinist. Okay. You were like, do you really, really want to go back? So the reformers like us, obviously. That's not too surprising. For a second, I thought that was Bobby Kennedy. I was like, oh my god, we brought him back to the Union? You hate me. But everyone hates you. Why are you even here, man? You're sympathetic to the social patriots. Idealist, arbitrary, you're unyielding. God, there is so much shit in here. There's so much. And we have Congress as well. This is the section of the country's representative body. Depending on the doctrines, it could be the Central Committee of the ruling party, or the current parliament of the country. The game features 8 different factions. Each faction is unique and has their own vision for reforms and state structure. In a multi-party system, each faction transforms into 1 or 2 party variations, moderate and radical. All factions have their open and hidden supporters. Open supporters are those who genuinely sympathize with the faction. Hidden supporters are those who sympathize with the banned faction, but are forced to be in another. Close-in views from the legal ones. If all the factions are allowed, there will be no hidden supporters. The size of the factions change due to various factors. What game is this? We are playing Crisis in the Kremlin. We can learn of the hidden number of hidden supporters through party and parliamentary investigations. You also interact with factions and parties, and you start supporting a faction. Okay. So get rid of all this. So we are reformers. So neo-Stalinists, conservatives, and moderates. Which of these are bands? Okay, so the social patriots are banned. The informal socialists are banned. The liberal Democrats are banned, and the national Democrats are banned. So wait, who are you then? Social patriots strive to create a great country where everything is subordinated to the state, and the state in return meets the demands of the population. Informal socialists are representatives of informal youth and intellectual movements who are in favor of forming a state from a standpoint of democratic socialism. They seek to become a constructive opposition by criticizing bureaucratization, the lack of real worker self-government, and distort of socialist ideals, without rejecting the foundation of the Soviet system. The liberal Democrats view the social experience as entirely negative and seek to replace it with a classical liberal democracy as quickly as possible. And the National Democrats strive to create a great people filled with spiritually and fanatical belief in an organic state. So presumably they're the fascists. I mean, they have the fascists here. The moderates are the leading faction. The neo-Stalinists are fascinated by the era of the voids of the people and seek to implement Stalin's renewed ideas. Okay, conservatives and reserve the achievements of the Brezhnev's rule, both its worst and best aspects. Believing the Soviet example has proven itself well. The moderates are inspired by the positive experience of the new economic policy and Chinese reforms, but want to avoid the negative aspects through democratization while maintaining the party's vanguard role. And reformers dream of combining the Hungarian and Yugoslav economic paths with a liberal structure of Scandinavian socialism, and are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve this. So we are reformists because we are playing as Gorbachev here. I will say the songs are kind of going off.